How are we all doing? We are on the midweek again, and as you can see, I'm pulling my truck apart. Not as serious as it looks. It's due a service, due a set of front brake pads, so that's just what I'm in the middle of doing at the moment. The oil down there looking very black. Just pulled the air filter off. Man-size air freshener. Air freshener, where does that come from? Air filter. That's that better. Come on, in you go. Come on, down you go, down you go, down you go. Shoes in. I like air filters, they're easy. There's a joke there somewhere. So yes, we're not busy doing any, well, I'm not busy doing sergeant. We're supposed to, might become sergeant this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon. Actually the guys that I did the maze with, don't think I'm running the Big Massey this time. I think I'm going on one of the John Deeres, so that should be fun. There we go. They always put the oil filter in a silly place. And it's always tight. Come back to this one. So, managed to get the oil filter off. That was a bit interesting. Down here in the junk. Hang on. Oh. Yeah, the oil filter took a bit of punishment to get off, and now I've got all over my hands. All brake pads are out. They're sort of fairly well down, but they're not totally done. So you compare them to new, old. So I've got to try and turn this camera off now. That. There we go. Just got to push the pistons back now. Get the clamps. But I've been. I'm sure you can't actually see what I'm doing there. Yes, just about. Because it's a twin pistons, so you've got two pistons that I always like to try and push them back together, otherwise you can end up pushing one out as you're pushing the other in. So nice and steady with them. Keep an eye on the brake fluid reservoir so I don't cover my engine bay with brake fluid. Bottom them out, back them off. Up and down. I have actually got a better clamp for doing this, but I have a nasty feeling that it's at home. So it's low, isn't it? When you need something at home, you've left it up the yard. When you need something up the yard, you've left it at home. Ooh, we're gonna have to try and get a bit of brake fluid out. Hang on. Bear with me a minute. The issue I've got is my brake fluid reservoir is full, so I'm going to have to try and get a bit of oil out of that. Bear with me. Right, so oil filter going back on. Can't get over the size of the oil filter. I mean, bear in mind this truck, it's a 3 litre, and the oil filter is absolutely dinky. Bit of a side note for anyone, this isn't a sponsored link or anything, it's just if you are running a Japanese 4x4 in the UK and you need parts for it, I'll put a link down there in the description. I've always used a company called Milner Off-Road, based in Derbyshire. Do deliveries and all that, that's not a problem. They are absolutely spot on for any Japanese 4x4. I know this is a Ford, but it's also a Mazda, so hence the reason you can get the parts from. But yeah, Mitsubishis, Toyotas, Fords, Mazdas, anything like that, spot on. If they haven't got the part, give them a ring. They're great at sorting you out. So yeah, anyway, if you want any parts for your Japanese 4x4s, go have a look at Milner's. Right, this wheel can go back on now. So brakes are done both sides, oil's drained, new filter's on, sump plug can probably go back in. So we're getting there. We're starting to fill the engine up with the oil. This is the oil that Milner sent me. Morris Lubricants, manufactured in the UK. We'll give that one a grubby thumbs up. It is a 530 fully synthetic oil, because obviously this being a common rail engine needs that higher level of protection. It's sealed and sealed and sealed and sealed. I think we've got it open. So, just had the phone call. Sergeant is going ahead this afternoon and tomorrow. So, this isn't going to work, is it? I'm going to have to turn off for pouring the stuff in. Right, so, let's see what the dipstick says. And then I'm going to watch Mr. Topham's video with J.S. Willis. Yeah, we're not bad at that. Wants a bit more, but I'm going to tip off that last litre in and we'll call it quits on that, and then I'm going to go watch Mr. Topham. Right, so we're actually on day 2. Yeah, I'm actually being held up a little bit, but it is what it is. No point in getting upset about it. So today my plan is I want to sort out this, because I'm getting, can't really see it, hand marks all over my window from shoving up the last little bit. Sometimes I forget it, or it drops down, and that's usually the day it absolutely pees down. And I'm glad I've got a heated seat, because it helps dry the seat back out. So I want to say have a look. I don't think there's anything I can do with it, but I want to have a look. There's also, guys might have seen yesterday when working underneath the engine, in the engine bay, there's a bit of an oily bit. That's because a garage that worked on my truck took a part apart and didn't put a gasket back in. I know they did, because I'd had it apart previously and I've had it apart after, and the gasket wasn't there. That's why it's leaking. Fantastic. So also got a little job I want to do on the Massey. I'll show you that when we get up there, but first I've been shopping. Not really overly exciting. gasket making for the gasket, because I'm struggling to seem to find it on the what's name, on Milner's website. A few varying nuts and bolts for the Massey job, and I've looked at them and looked at them and looked at them, and I finally treat myself to these. These I think I'll leave sat in the Massey, because that's one that's likely to be going out doing that sort of work. And if I do happen to pick up something that hasn't got lights, I've got a set of lights I can stick on very quickly. All about being legal. Right, so we'll pick this back up when we get up the yard, and we will see what transpires. Right, so we're up the yard now. I'm holding this phone at a funny angle because I've decided to, hang on, that's just not working. That's better. So, issue with the Massey, which you'll know about it if you've watched the midweek, is that mudguard, which I want to sort that out because I'm not happy with that. But before I can do that, I want to sort out my little chain. I was busy yesterday afternoon. I didn't do any filming, but I was actually still busy. Turn my lights on. Yeah, sorting out junk, which means I've made a mess of my workbench again. But also, your little chain there. Dug that out and put that somewhere where it's to hand. Toe chain the same. I know straps are better, but we haven't invested in the strap yet. And also, my top links. 2 Cat 3s. Oop, got a phone call coming for silage. I'll get back to you in a minute. Right, so we are going silaging this afternoon. We didn't go yesterday afternoon because as it was getting close to time for me to head down to give him a hand, that was about the time that the rain started. So, issue with this chain, I've had this chain absolute year. It's just a good little strong handy chain. The issue is somebody lost, I lent it somebody, and they lost the what's name out of here. There's a point. Save doing the whole chain. I won't be lucky enough. Hang on. Put that in the vice so I've got hold of it. There you go. It's not looking hopeful. Oh, that was the other issue. Yeah, somebody actually lost that bit out of there, and also when the camera will pick it up, it's splayed out as well. So I think I'm just going to replace it. New one got, it's a proper lifting one, 2-ton rating. Can't really see me really being ever over that. At the end of the day, this is a handy little lifting chain. It's not a tow chain. I don't use it for towing. So first job is to get that sorted. So I found all the bits I need. Haven't got what's name with me, tripod or anything with me, so I'm not going to be able to video this, but I just thought I'd show you the basic principles of these sort of links if you do need to repair them. Now, messing around with lifting chains is a grey area. You should always make sure your chains are suitable and safe for what you're doing. I know this chain very well. I've had it a long time. I know its capabilities. So, basic principle, what you got in there, get the camera right, you've got like a roll pin there, which keeps all that spread, with a metal pin through it all. So basically, to separate this, you need to drive that pin out, do what you need to do, and then you can put the pin back in. To be fair, put the pin back in, I'll probably press it with the vice just because it's a bit more controlled. So that's what I'm going to crack on now and get that done. So we've got that apart. There's the pin. As you can see, you've got it's just a solid, hang on, where have we gone? There we go. Just solid steel pin. That's very tight fit into its holes, and then got like what am I doing today? A little roll pin there that keeps that all so it can't close in on itself. So we've got that apart now. Put that safe. Put that safe. That's fallen on the floor, and we've got that piece out. So that's what it looks like separated out. So I'm just going to slip this new one in, press the pin back in, and then my little handy lifting chain will be functional again. So that's that repair done. So why I like this little chain so much is because instead of having a proper hook on it, you've got basically a shortener, which means I can make a loop all the way down the bottom there, a short little loop, or I can bring it right up here and make it a very short chain. It's just a usable, handy little chain. So next plan now is I'm going to go film the midweek video, which is going to be sorting that mud guard out, and then we'll be back on to whatever else I've got to do today before I have to go silaging. So we have done the Doobie, what's the name, midweek one. It's all recorded. I've just got to stick it all together and make it look something like I've made an effort on it. We've not got it back perfect, admittedly, but it certainly looks a lot better. Yeah, the idea just didn't quite work as planned. We've still got too much of a bend in there, so might have to go find somebody with some heat and talk nicely to him. But it doesn't look quite such an eyesore. We've also sorted out both sides so that theoretically it doesn't happen again. So I thought now we'd have a look at them lights I've got. These lights stick to me workbench. Why have I got them? Well, they're a pair of magnetic lights I can keep with me that I can put on any trailer. If you haven't seen these before, say Spare Exo, majority of your dealerships are doing. We have a light, and a light. The lead's too bloody short. I mean, that's no use. What am I going to do with that? Hang on, we'll have a bit of magic. So, we're in the Ford. Mainly we're in the Ford because I know the Ford works. Well, the lights do. So, not turn that one on. I think they need plugging in and charging, but basically you can see that one working. I'll plug them in and charge them and get them going. This is why I've bought them, because they are wireless. So plug them in, get them charged up properly, because they want to be charged ready for when they're actually needed. But yeah, this is why I bought these. These are a pair of cordless lights, 20 metre range, so it's as big as any trailer you're ever going to stick behind you. They can stop with me, they can go in any vehicle. I happen to pick up a trailer, you know, my line of work, it's likely I may pick up a trailer that might not have working lights or something. I've got a set of lights I can stick on that I know will work, and I'm perfectly legal. So that's the script with them. I'll get them charged up and we can have a proper look at them. But yeah, spec on them, 12 volt CAN bus compatible, so if you've got a system where it tells you you've got a light out, it won't affect that being LED. 20 meters wireless range, 3.7 2000 milliamp hour batteries, IP rating, which is your waterproofing, 65. Works between down to -20 up to +50. 4 hours to charge them, 10 hours on a full charge. I'm assuming that's working all the time with a standby 20 hours. So basically, if you got your lights on, the indicator's working, they'll last 10 hours at 100% charge. And if you've got them just switched on, they'll do 20 hours. So they should theoretically last you a shift. They're pretty good on what they put in here. You've got 12-volt cigarette lighter chargers, so you can charge them in your truck or your tractor. You've got a mains charger, so you can charge them at home. And the one thing I was worried about with these, you have 2 leads on your charger, so you can charge them both at the same time. So I can't remember what I paid for these. I know they're not overly cheap, but they're just so handy that they're worth the investment to save you the fines. Right, that is it for sorting stuff out up here. I've had a phone call and we are going silaging. I'm going to give man to finish rolling the clamp where they're finishing off now, and then I'll be grabbing the trailer from where they're finishing and making a start on where they are going. So I better pack up all my junk. It may take me a minute or two just to get crap packed up, and drills and varying other things still out and about. So that's it. I might finish this off going up and down silage clamp. So we've reached that point of the video. It's the end of me messing around on the yard. Obviously now sat on the tractor. Like I said, this is the crew that I did Maidstone the last year. Not on the Massey. Massey's tied up on other work. I'm on the other boss's John Deere 6195R. It is the full sort of CVT gearbox, command arm control thingy. So yeah, I'm going to go give him a hand, finish it off rolling the pit because he's a butt rate driver, and then we are going to make a start on the next job, which I'll be having the trailer that the customer's been using. So I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a few little jobs around the yard, getting the truck sorted, a few other little odds and sods. Like I say, it's been a bit of a funny sort of week this week. Hopefully starting to get this good weather coming now, and we'll be starting to getting the teeth really into the grass. Hopefully get the Massey out of it and all that. But anyway, don't forget to give it a grubby thumbs up if you have actually enjoyed the video. What are you pair doing? You're on a junction. You're going to wrong side me on a junction. I don't get the mentality of some people. They want me to go onto the wrong side of the road when they come round this corner like a loop. Totally lost what I was going on about now anyway. Yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, that costs you nothing. It's helps boost my channel, as with the likes and all that. It's yeah, it's all good. It costs you nothing, all that lot. They've peppered me head them pair now. Yeah, you know it all by now anyway. Like, share, subscribe, comment, anything else. That's it, we're done. I've had enough. Yeah, to go. I can't cope. I just can't cope. As you can tell, I'm a bit happy because we've got places in a bit of grass. Take care, be well. We shall see you on the next one. Just thought we'd finish the video with this quick little one.
Alright, this is the extreme. Everyone that thinks that the whole tractor driving life is easy and all that. 1:20 in the morning, and I'm just dragging the last load back to the yard. It's been a bit of a long day. As always, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and I'm going to tip this and go get a big hug from my missus, who's missed me a little tonight. Cheers guys.